Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Saturday from CZT Yoko Kageyama. Hope I pronounced that right. And and part of me was also thinking today's Tangle Saturday. No, today is Thursday, but well, I guess since I'm making this on a video, any day can be Saturday. Depends on which Saturday you're watching it on. So this is a just an absolutely fantastic tangle. All right, starts with an orb in the center of wherever you're going to want this, and of course you can have them be different sizes. Um, lots of options. Now the next part um, created a little bit of a challenge for me just because it's kind of random, and in Yoko's step out she has 5 of these C shapes. But you know what? It doesn't matter how many you have. And if putting things to me, it's random. If that causes you a little bit of anxiety, as it does me, here's one way to kind of get around it. Just pick a place to start, and we're gonna do a C, right? So, and I'm gonna go this far away like that. And this, it's a C, but it's, we want to have these edges coming in, like so. It's almost an incomplete oval, whichever way you want to think about it. So do one, then turn your tile. Don't worry about how many you're putting because it does not matter. When I was re-looking at Yoko's work, which you can look at that also in the description section. It's under for more inspiration. And again, just keep turning your tile. I work to keep, I should probably put a little bit more distance, but it doesn't matter either. Trying to keep a similar distance this way from the orb. And you know what, if like this, it's like, well, I'm just going to, I'll put a bigger distance here because that's what I want. Oh, look at it. I might be able to, I don't know. I seem to be getting, like, doing 6 for whatever reason. Because again, I'm just turning the tile. And if I do one big one, well, let's just do it. We're just going to put one kind of in the middle here, maybe a tad bit bigger, like that. Not enormously bigger, but don't worry about it. That's my bottom line. Just don't worry about it. Okay, sorry, I'm sliding this off here. Okay, next, all of these little ends, we're going to put a straight line coming down to that curve. Now, if you feel the need to extend it a little bit, of course you can. Or just however it has been drawn, just go with it. That I find to be fun and sometimes challenging, but it's like part of the game of Zentangle. All right, so when you have all of those little lines done, then from the outside of the C shapes, we're going to draw, it can either be a bit curved or straight, up to you. I'm going to utilize the takeoff and land concept, at least the takeoff part. So I'm going to trace around the edge here, if you watch, and then I'm taking off and then landing on the orb. That one is kind of a straight line. But so same thing here, and taking off. It just ends up looking different when you do it this way versus I start here and go here. There's just something neat to it. And at the bottom here, they can be separated a little bit. They don't have to come to a point. Some of mine are coming close. Depends on how big this center orb is. And then also you want to just continually turn the tile. Now my tile is easy to turn because it's a 2-inch square bijou tile. When you do it on something larger, of course, that could create its own issues, but still, it's like I end up seeing, as you can see, I turn it with my pinky, and I'm keeping my hand planted in one space, also working to relax it. I do sometimes tend to have I have a death grip now this way, not pushing down so much anymore, but every once in a while, just kind of stretch your hands, take some breaths, relax. It's all good. focus on whatever the step is at hand, the stroke that you're doing, and just focus on that. Okay. Last step is, see these open spaces. We're going to come from the tips here, so the tip of that C, and I'm going to come out, do a curve line. I aim for the middle. If I hit it, great. If I don't, great. And then have it land on the again, it's the tip, it's the inside. Right there. Now, I will tell you as I'm finishing these that you do have options. So if you take a look at Yoko's step out, she also says you could do this wavy. You could do this part, that initial C part, that can be wavy. The top can be wavy. You can have a lot of fun with this, and I was talking about being wavy, and I was forgetting what I was doing. Like I said, these, I mean, you can play with the height of these, so much to play with, really. All right, then you can play, decorate. What I like to do is, and I don't have a lot of room at the base here, but I can still do this. Well, I'm just going to continue with this theme because I really like it. So on these ones that kind of come into the background, and actually I think I've stolen this concept, this decorating concept from Yoko. Actually, you know what? All of a sudden I'm looking like, well, that looks kind of neat, just like that. But you could also do some little ones, and these I'm just kind of flicking the pen, so I'm lifting it off, and I do one in the center, and then one pointing to either side. And if you can see the difference, well, that one kind of, there we go. So this was a deliberate line and ends. So you see, it's like, you could just see it's deliberate. These, you can see how it tapers off. So it's nice to sometimes do just that. Okay, like so. And then, oh, why not? Because I've gotten a little sloppy here, I'm going to move my little orb here. We'll color this in. That will be the shine, I hope. Yes. Okay. Then shading ideas. Actually, you know what? While I'm filling in, today's, as I mentioned, it's Thursday, so that means it's Tangle Time Day, and well, I know I've filled these in. I'm going to fill these in also. You could shade these little sections if you want. Completely up to you. But I think they look neat shaded. And then too, while you're shading, like here in the center orb, it's like always when I have points coming into an orb, I keep working at getting my pen to stop when it should stop and not go a little bit over the line. So one way to neaten it up in that course correction is to just fill it in. Here I've kind of gone a little off, but this is where you can, like I said, course correct. So, because I had some on my earlier ones that where this part hung over a little bit, so then it's really easy to just extend, like here a little bit, just extend that line out to where it needs to be. It's also nice to have a little bit of dark contrast in something like this. And again, it's a personal taste thing. I kind of like that. All right. Yeah. Yes, I like that. I like it a lot. All right. Then, kind of my first rule of where to put some shading is the stuff that is underneath. So if this is something that's curved out, it's really curved out over these sections. So therefore, we can put some graphite. We'll start there, and then we'll see what else we want to do, if anything. And since I started going up above this, I'm just going to continue. In hindsight, I might not have. I might have just gone like this far, but yeah, this it's still curved, so it could cast a shadow. And in the end, we don't worry about light source and all of that. We just look to find ways to make our tangles pop. And this is one of them. All right, so I'm going to bring out the graphite just a tad. Oh, this had some pink on it, so I don't even know if that's showing up here. And it's okay if, down on the bottom it's going to get more of a solid gray, and that's okay because that's where it's closest. Whoops. Try not to get into sections you don't want the graphite in, at least not yet. Me talking to me. All right, so let's take a look at that. Oh, that looks neat. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it that way. I like it. And oh wait, no, I'm gonna do one other thing. Let's put some graphite right here, just in that little gap. That just kind of helps accentuate the depth there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, like that totally. Lots of things that you can do. So, for example, and let's put it that way. I mean, it's just such a fantastic tangle. So, as I mentioned, on Thursdays, I do what I call Tangle Time. It's online free class, 2 sessions a day. We do the same tangle and just have a lot of fun. Information is on my website, and that link is in the description section. So here is, you can sort of see I did the background here with the cheesecloth. And this I did the same way, but I added color. It's on a Renaissance tile. But this one, I decided to not only, I put some graphite in these back sections, which I did here, I also put some on the forward section and added some white charcoal just to give it that rounded edge. And this one, I put the graphite here in these openings like I did here, but I also put it around the outside edge of the double curve lines there. So just lots of fun. And then did it on black. Um, and used actually I used the same chalk pencil pastel, just because sometimes it's fun to do the same. But this one was a double, and this one I decided on the double on the very outer that very outer edge. I did a curvy line just because. Now I could have done this curvy, but I think by the time I thought about it, it was too late. Um, but anyway, just to experience doing a double Saturday. Now, and so I will just tell you, it doesn't matter how many or where these line up. So you would just, once you get that center done, pick how far out you want. Maybe go a little wider, a little bigger with the C's, and then same idea. Turn your tile, draw one. Maybe more separation in between them as well. Completely up to you, and then just keep turning your tile and adding them. And like I said, they don't need to line up. Take a look at Yoko's work. Some line up, some don't. So it doesn't matter. Just give it a try. Really, really neat. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, would love to have a thumbs up, or to click like on the video. Feel free to share it. And if you like it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Of course, that is free. I mentioned online classes that I do. I teach online about twice a week, and excuse me. Um, like the Thursdays are free. I teach on Thursdays and Tuesdays right now, unless I have to change the schedule. And most of them are free. I have a couple that are paid. And yeah, would love to have you join us. Join us for free. See if you have a good time. And then you can always do more. We also have a fabulous Facebook group. So if you happen to be on Facebook, uh, take a look. That link is in the description also, and would love to have you join us for that. And I think that's it. So thanks again for watching. Such a lovely tangle. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a lot of fun with it. And I wish you happy tangling.